Hello and welcome to my channel, A Yogi's Tale. My name is Vaibhavi and you're watching my intermediate level yoga flow for balance. In this video, we'll be working through a sequence, a flow, focusing on finding balance on our legs. There is no inversion in this video, but we will still be working through a lot of challenging postures. So stick along to this end of the video and let's get down on our mats and begin our practice. Okay. So we'll start out in a seated posture. I'm sitting in Vajrasana, or you can sit in any other meditative posture such as Sukhasana, Ardha Padmasana, or Padmasana. We're going to keep our shoulders rolled back and our spine growing taller. Closing off our eyes, just spending a moment to find our awareness aligning with our body and breath. We're going to stay here just for a moment, becoming more aware of the inhalations and exhalations, drawing in long and deep breaths, and then exhaling completely. And bringing your awareness to your body and observing the sensations in the body, running a quick scan of what you're feeling in the body. And then fluttering your eyes open, slowly coming back. And we're going to move on into cat position, coming onto your palms and knees. We're going to first find our back moving in cat and cow, keeping our wrists and shoulder aligned and our knees and hips aligned, finding length in the back, head reaching forward and tailbone reaching back. Shoulders away from the ears. We're going to inhale and arch the back, pushing the hips out, looking in front, pushing the chest and stomach down. And then we're going to exhale, contract, tucking the pelvis, looking towards the navel. Inhaling once again, pushing the hips out, chest out, and looking in front. Exhale and contract, finding your chest going in and head coming in. Inhaling once again, looking in front, pushing the hips out, chest out, and stomach down. And then exhale and contract, finding your chest going in towards the spine. One last time. Inhaling and finding a nice arch in the back, looking in front, and exhale and find yourself contracting into the stomach, head looking towards the navel. Inhaling and coming back slowly to a straight back, finishing in a neutral position. And from here, we're going to inhale and lift our left hand and right leg up and bring them in a straight line, toes, head, back, hips, and fingers, everything coming into a straight line. Staying strong in the right arm, contracting the stomach and using your abdominal muscles to balance here. Holding here, keep breathing, finding your balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and slowly dropping the hand and the leg down and then repeating on the right hand and left leg. Inhale and lift the right hand, left leg, reaching out from the fingertips and from the toes, finding a nice long back and a nice line all the way from your fingers down to your toes. And hold here using your core. Don't let the stomach hang down, keep it pulled up and stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, dropping the hand back and the leg down. We're going to tuck our toes, lift the knees off and take the hips towards the ceiling to come into downward facing dog. Spending a moment, shoulders coming away from the ears, spine long and stomach engaged. Spending a moment in downward facing dog. You can stay here in stillness or find your legs moving, knees bending alternately, whatever may be your body's requirement. And then coming to stillness, spending a moment here. Two long and deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, keeping the back long, and exhaling, and then walking towards the hands and coming into a forward fold. You can let your body hang. You can hold your opposite elbows and just allow the weight to go down. Staying here and then finding yourself coming all the way up, rolling to come into a standing posture. We're going to move on the top end of the mat and come in, starting with some sun salutation A's, 2 rounds of sun A's, and then moving on to sun B's. Finding your feet grounding into the floor, shoulders rolling back, stomach engaged, glutes engaged, standing in Tadasana to begin with. So we're going to inhale and sweep the hands over the head, bring the palms together, exhale and come in to a forward fold or a Tadasana. And then inhale, lifting the head and the chest up. Exhaling, placing your hands back down by the side of the leg, bending the knees and hopping back into your high plank. Pushing through Chaturanga, we're going to inhale and come in to your upward facing dog. And then as we exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog and staying here, one breath. And then pushing forward once again, modifying a little bit, coming in to your high plank and holding the plank for 3 long and deep breaths. Inhale and exhale here. Nice and deep, staying strong in your arms, in your core, in your legs. And then coming over to your right hand, coming into a side plank. You can keep your feet together, palm on your waist, or you can bring your left leg in, hold your toes, and come in to Vasisthasana. Staying here, keeping the hips up, and then releasing, coming back into your high plank, and then pushing back into downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to look between the palms, bend the knees and jump through on between your hands and inhale, coming up, exhale and folding forward once again, inhaling, keeping the arms by the side and sweeping them over the head and finishing in Namaste. Going for another round of Surya Namaskar A with modification. We're going to inhale, sweep the hands over the head, exhale, bring the palms through the heart center, coming into Uttanasana. And then inhaling and lifting the head and chest up, exhaling, folding back down towards the knees, bending knees and hopping back into Chaturanga, into your plank, and then pressing through Chaturanga and inhaling to come into your upward facing dog. And then tucking the toes in as you take your hips towards the ceiling to come back into downward facing dog, rolling the shoulders away, finding length in the back, holding here for 3 breaths. And then pushing forward once again, modifying a little bit, coming in to your high plank and holding the plank for 3 long and deep breaths. Inhale and exhale here, nice and deep, staying strong in your arms, in your core, in your legs. And then rolling on the left hand, this time coming into a side plank. On the left hand, keeping the shoulder, hips all in a straight line, hips lifted up. And you can stay here or you can hold your right toe and lift the leg up to come into Vasisthasana. keeping the hip going up, finding a balance, holding and breathing, and then releasing and coming back into your high plank, and then pushing back into downward facing dog and staying here. Keep your stomach engaged throughout, back growing taller, looking between the palms, bending the knees and then hopping forward in between the palms. Inhaling to lift the head and the chest up, coming on your tips of the fingers, and then exhaling to fold back down. And then inhale to sweep the arms over the head all the way, and finishing with a Namaste or a Pranamasana. Dropping the hands by the side of the body, closing off the eyes, and spending a moment to breathe. And coming back slowly, moving on to Sun Salutation B, variation 2 or B of Sun Salutation. From here, we're going to keep the feet together, keep the core engaged, hips engaged, rolling the shoulders back and lengthening up with the head, keeping the spine long. And from here, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms over the head, and exhale and come into chair pose, taking the hips back, sitting back into the hips, making sure your knees are not going ahead of the toes, keeping them as back as you can, keeping the stomach engaged, pulling up, and then exhale and place the hands down, straighten the knees, inhale, lifting the head up, chest up, and then exhale and fold back down. Bending the knees once again and then popping back into a high plank and then pushing through chaturanga and then inhaling to come up into upward facing dog. Keeping the thighs off, pelvis off the floor, we're going to push back into our downward facing dog and breathe here, finding our and catching our breath in downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to pick our right leg up and bring it in between both the palms. Come in to warrior one, pivoting the left foot and coming in to warrior one or Virabhadrasana one. Bending deep into that right leg, finding a nice strong thigh, keeping the hips square, facing the right side. We're going to hold here, keeping the stomach engaged. And now we're going to move on to some balancing, starting with warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. We're going to shift our body forward and then push away from the floor to come in to warrior 3 on the right leg. And holding here, finding a nice straight line between the hand, head, hips and the foot, left foot. And then from here, we're going to come all the way in, bringing the left leg in and come in to eagle or Garur Asana, wrapping the left leg around the right and similarly wrapping the hands together, coming into Garur Asana, eagle pose. Finding a spot to balance in front, holding here. Keep looking in front and breathing, engaging the stomach. And then inhale and releasing the left leg, holding the toes of the left leg with the left hand and then extending the leg in front, Uthit Hast Padangushthan Asana. And holding here, you can keep your right hand on the waist or you can straighten it and turn back, look towards the right hand. And then taking the left leg around and bending the knee, coming in to dancer's pose or Nataraj Asana, keeping a balance, lifting the left leg up, placing your hand in front on your heart or on your waist and finding balance, staying here. And finally, releasing the left leg back into warrior one, sweeping the hands over the head, looking up at the palms, going deeper into the lunge, and then releasing, placing the hands next to the foot, pivoting the left toe, and then taking the right leg back, coming into plank, passing through chaturanga. Inhale, come in to upward facing dog. Smile and breathe. And then exhale, coming in to downward facing dog. And pulling the stomach in, finding a nice and long back, holding here. One breath. Shoulders away from the ears. And then looking in between the palms, hopping in between, bringing the feet in. And we're going to inhale. Exhale, folding back down, and then inhale, coming back into Utkat Asana, chair pose, keeping the stomach engaged, hips going back, sitting deep into the hips, and holding here, and then finally inhaling, coming all the way up, and bringing the palms back down. We're going to repeat sun salutation B on the other side. I'm going to face this way so that I have enough space, and we're going to repeat this entire sequence on the other side. Starting with your feet together, shoulders back, spine long, stomach engaged, hips engaged. And we're going to inhale, sweep the arms over the head, and exhale, bend in to your knees, sitting back into the hips, pulling the stomach in as much as you can, finding a balance, looking in front, Utkatasana. And then we're going to exhale, fold forward all the way, straighten the knees, and inhale, lift the head and the chest up. Exhale and fold back down, palms next to the feet. And we're going to bend the knees and jump back into our plank, and then exhale through chaturanga, inhaling into upward facing dog, staying here, opening the chest, pushing the shoulders back, and then exhaling back into our downward facing dog, pulling the stomach in, rolling the shoulders back, finding a nice and long back, holding here, and then picking the left leg up and bringing it between both the palms and turning the right foot in to come in to warrior one. Bending it deep into the left leg, keeping the arms over the head, stomach engaged, back leg is straight, finding a nice and deep lunge on the left leg. And hold here, keeping the hips square as much as you can. And then we're going to push forward into warrior three, shifting your weight over your thigh, and then coming up into a balance on the left leg this time. Finding a nice length from your fingertips down to your toes, finding a balance in warrior three. And hold here. One more breath. Stay strong in the leg. And then inhale, bringing the right leg in, wrapping it around around your left leg and coming in to Garud Asana, eagle pose on the left leg. Bending the left knee, pulling the stomach in, finding a balance, finding your spot in front, looking at a single point to balance better. And from here, we're going to inhale, lifting the left leg, keeping the right leg in front and holding the toe of the right leg with our right hand. Utthita Hasta Padangushthanasana, keeping the left leg straight, Either you can keep your left hand on your waist or extend it back and look back. And then drawing right leg around, bending the knee and then switching your grip to come in to dancer's pose or Nataraj Asana. Keeping your hand in front or heart center or on your waist. Staying here, finding balance. And then hold, hold there. And then release the right leg back, deep into a warrior one. Bending deep into the left leg, looking up towards your palms. Staying here, holding, keeping the stomach engaged. And then exhaling, bringing the palms next to the left leg, turning the right heel up, taking the left leg back and pushing through your chaturanga, coming in to an upward facing dog, rolling the shoulders back, opening the chest out, and then exhaling to come in to downward facing dog. Catching your breath in downward facing dog, holding here for 2 breaths, and then inhale, look between the palms, bend the knees and hop in, and finishing our sun salutation B. Inhale, coming up on your fingertips, head and the chest up. Exhale and fold back. Inhaling, sitting back into the hips, lifting the arms, Utkatasana, engaging the core, sitting deep into your hips, chair pose, and then inhale, bring the arms down from the side and finish. Keeping the eyes closed, finding your breath, and then slowly opening your eyes and coming in to a seated posture all the way down. In fact, lying down on your back, coming to the end of the practice, finishing with a little bit of a cool down, bringing the right leg in to the chest, pulling the knee in all the way, and then spiraling the leg over to the left side, extending your right arm at shoulder level and looking towards the right palm. Feeling your body spiraling, and hold here. And then inhale, bringing the leg back in center, changing the legs, bringing the left knee in this time, pulling it into the chest, and dropping the shoulders back. And exhale, pushing the knee towards the right hand at shoulder level and look towards the left palm, finding a nice spiral in the back, staying here, and finishing back through center and relaxing in Shavasana. Keeping the palms facing up, eyes closed, relaxing the body into the floor, allowing your entire body to sink in, surrendering to the floor, finding your body relaxing, melting away into the floor. Allow the muscles in the body to loosen up and release. Staying here. And now bringing your awareness to your breath. Drawing in deep and long inhalations and exhaling long and deep. We are going to inhale through the nose and do Makar chanting as we exhale. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling with a humming sound. Once again, inhale. Inhale. Inhaling. Last time, inhale. And now, rolling over to the right or the left side, making a pillow with the hand under your head and pushing away from the floor to come in to a seated posture, Sukhasana, Ardha Padmasana or Padmasana. Placing your palms in Gyan Mudra on your knees, keeping the spine long, back long, shoulders back. We're going to finish with an inhalation and an Om chant and 3 Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And then bringing your palms in front of the chest in a prayer position as a sign of gratitude for everything that you are thankful for. Rubbing your palms together and then placing them on your eyes and then slowly fluttering your eyes open, looking down at the palms, slowly come back. And I hope you're all feeling great and I hope you're all feeling really refreshed and energized and a little bit like you've done some work. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for my next video. Stay safe and keep practicing.